Hi, it is the human operating system time. So recently I shared a video on the natural lower abdomen breathing. Now, as we know from that video, when the natural lower abdomen breathing get into the natural resonance states, that become a clock, like the computer system clock, which is synchronize the practice of internal art, qigong meditations. Or one can think about this system clock, as in the computer, as the tempo for playing music. One needs that tempo to play music. One needs that system clock in the computer to synchronize the operations of the computer. So that is how important it is, or critical it is, if one really wants to develop qigong, internal art. One must first develop this system clock, this tempo, or the natural resonance states of the breathing. Now, so this is about human, about the natural world, the human. And so I received many messages from our friends worldwide asking me that, is that true that what I am presenting on this development of the system clock or tempo is a must in all internal martial arts or meditations or qigong or zhanzhuang? Well, the answer is yes. Without that clock, one really cannot train anything. So, for example, as last time I quote on the 1850 Shulin Tao Creed, it always tells you to follow or to accord to the breathing and the qi flow or qi circulations. Okay, so when it says follow the breathing, that is actually following this tempo or the natural resonance tempo or clock, system clock. Okay, and also we know that qi in the body actually is related to the breathing. Okay, so one needs to have this system clock or this tempo to train, to develop the internal martial arts or the qigong or the standing zhanzhuang, standing meditations, so forth. In Tai Chi Classic by Zhan Sanfeng, Tai Chi Classic by Zhan Sanfeng, the first, I think the third phase there is saying that qi yi gu dang. Qi yi gu dang is your breathing need to be in oscillations or resonance state. It's clearly right there. However, when it translated into the West, into the English, it said simply energy need to be excited. So what is that? Energy need to be excited. In fact, it is not. It is pointing right into this natural resonance of the lower abs breathing, or the tempo, or the system clock. That's how important it is. Now, when you go doing zhanzhuang meditations, it always said, or even qigong, it always said, listen to your breathing. So it's using your ear to listen to your breathing, or pay attention to the nose down? No, it is not. It is aware of this system clock or this tempo. You're aware of it. Okay? When you're aware of it, that's where your mind and your breathing union. Okay? So this is a universal stuff. And for some reason, you don't see this in today's general teaching. While as what I just pointed out, if you look at the Tai Chi classic, it is there. The Wing Chun 1850s classic, it is there. Okay? Now, so how to develop this system clock, this tempo, how to get this developed first, because one need to develop this before develop anything. Well, to develop this, one need to have the physical body. The physical body. Okay, since I expressing or presenting in the Wing Chun terminology, the 7 bowls and the entire body is in the light state. Okay, so the entire body is in the light state. As I have defined in the basic Wing Chun Creed Art and Science book, loose have 3 states. Open, the body open up, the linking and the light. The body has to be in the light state. Okay, so one practically feel like kinds of a levitate, and because it is loose and light, the diaphragm can move up and down by itself. The lower abs, the groin area, the Hui and the anus, everything can move dynamically, naturally by itself. The spine can move according to it. So when your diaphragm go up and down, this lower abs, you have this expanding and contracting, and then your spine is going to move like this slightly due to the diaphragm go up and down. Okay, so the body needs to be in that state. That's number 1 key. The second key is the breathing has to be effortless, meaning that you don't force it. Oh, I want to do deep breathing, I want to sing qi to Dan Tian, all kind of stuff. No, you put the breathing into the natural state. So the breathing naturally breathe effortlessly. When these two, the light weight of the body and the breathing is effortless, breathing in and breathing out, inhale, exhale, then that natural resonance of the breathing surface. So that is how to develop that. Okay? So in any internal training, whatever, one need to develop that first before one talk about this qi, that qi, all kind of stuff. Okay? Or shen and all this kind of stuff. So that is just the two. That's how sounds simple, but it is not that simple. Why? Because today, like in Wing Chun, we stand in Yi Kam Yang Ma like that. When you stand like that, you are using force here, and end up what? Your lower abdomen here tensing up. It is going to disrupt your diaphragm's movement. Okay? So that's one thing. The physical body disrupting or limiting the happen or the exist or the surface of the natural resonance of the breathing or the tempo. Okay. On the other hand, is when one is in this usual type of EG and you're clamping and so forth, it is already limit or disrupting or make the diaphragm to not be able to move properly, and the lower abs not be able to move proper and naturally. One add on to say, hey, you know what, I want to breathe deep into the dantian. It's called xing qi to dantian. So what happened? One use effort to inhale and exhale. Well, that take you far away more from the natural resonance. Because the requirement is the body has to be light and completely loose, and then the breathing is in the natural inhale and exhale, and it just effortless. And then when the light body, the loose body, and the natural breathing, they meet together, that natural resonance will come surface. And now you're using the body is blocking it, the breathing is further blocking it. Now with this, it is completely traveling on the opposite direction. So that's why today you never see much about this natural resonance, because this is today's practice in general. Majority of people is going the other direction. And then when one say practice Yulin Tao, then say, well, I want to be really slow, like practice is for 1 hour. So guess what? One prolong the breathing with effort, and one tense up more. Well, now you get into the other extreme. Okay? So there's a reason why one will never get that. Same thing with the people who do Zhan Zhuang and do different martial arts, internal martial arts. One do not train or develop to get in this, the lightweight and the effortless breathing. One just go on the opposite directions. That's why in the ancient classic, as what I mentioned just now, be it in Wing Chun, in Tai Chi, in standing meditation, it is there. But today, we all go the other directions because we think, oh, I can interpret as I like it. If I don't like what other people's teaching, I can just interpret my own, call it my own style, my own lineage. We ignore the natural world. While this natural resonance, lower abdomen, the tempo, the system clock, surface only if we are getting into the natural world. So that's what happened. Okay, that's why if you read my books in the basic Wing Chun art and science, I ask people to go laying down to experience the 6 core elements. And then in the beginning Wing Chun, the 7 balls handling. And then in the Wing Chun matrix, get into the 2C state, so that the breathing can naturally work with the body without anybody hindrance anybody. Okay? And then further in the meditation matrix, I show how the breathing into the natural resonance states. Okay? Because this is a science. This needs to be understood. Okay? So that's all it is. It's simple stuff, but it's not that simple. If we want to we want everything to go our way. Okay? Well, sorry, the natural It's not going to go our way. So this is to share with you today. So as I was watching the YouTube on Bruce Lee's documentary, at one point he said, "Be like water, my friend." If we are not getting into we are not getting into the natural world, how the world are we going to be like water? If you get to the natural world, then you can become water because you are natural, right? So that's why Iji Kamyangma like that, you can stand it like that right away. See, is this tense up? Feel how's your diaphragm do? You can stand like that, same thing. That's why the Iji Kamyangma has to be like that. So this is loose up, and you're using this yang side of the muscle, Kamyong, clenching yang, meaning using this yang side. So why do you want to use this yang side of the muscle? Well, because it's a human nature. If you use this yang side of the muscle, okay, like when you do squat, that type of muscle group, you actually lose up your frontal of your body and then different part of your body, so that the natural resonance or the system clock or the tempo can surface. Okay, so that is the reality. As for why is today's all this Wing Chun Iji Kamyangma become like that, instead of using the yang side, well, I have no idea why it has suddenly happened that way for past 100 years or so. So this is for you today.